Hello, and welcome to the new and improved MathLinks Core 2nd Edition, grades 6 through 8. We're excited that you're about to embark on this journey and want to help you get acquainted with your new mathematics program. Of our many goals for you and your students, we definitely want to bring joy back to the classroom. In this session, we address navigating the Teacher Edition. So let's get started. If you haven't already done so, we highly recommend watching the initial About MathLinks video. It's pretty short and gives a nice overview of the features of all three MathLinks programs. This video we're starting right now gets into the specifics of what's in a MathLinks Teacher Edition. Here are the Teacher Editions that accompany the student packets, one for each of the 10 units per course. We'll start by concentrating on these 6 sections that show up in the front portion of every TE. First, you'll see a complete list of the standards addressed in the unit. Then, on the planning page, there's an overview of some important considerations as you start to dig into the unit. Things like estimated times for pacing lessons, assessment, and several other resources for review and enrichment that you might use with your students. There's a materials list, potential copies to make, and other preparations as you plan ahead for the unit. This next page is very similar from unit to unit. There are reminders of the many components available to use for different needs for a variety of students. And there are also reminders for components meant for teachers, substitutes, and parents. Math backgrounds are meant for deepening teacher knowledge and can take different forms. They may be mathematical in nature and likely beyond the current grasp of your students. Or they may offer interesting takes on a topic or some historical perspective. The Teaching Tips section offers a variety of helpful information as you plan your unit. There are always 2 pages with concrete examples of several standards for mathematical practice that stand out in the unit. These lists aren't exhaustive, but it's important for teachers and students alike to be thinking about the math practices regularly. Also in Teaching Tips, there are always 2 pages with concrete examples of several strategies to support a variety of learning styles. Again, these lists are not exhaustive, but many teachers will find the examples helpful and may even become regular parts of a teacher's repertoire. Big ideas are a major theme of our new MathLinks courses. We've been very deliberate in making connections within courses that makes the content more meaningful to students and teaching it more efficient for instructors. On this page, found in every Teaching Tips section, is our big idea wheel for the grade. The big ideas that are evident in this unit are shaded with lines that show connections in this particular unit. At the bottom, you'll see a chart of important prior work from either a previous course or earlier on in the current course. And then where this work is headed either later in the course or in ensuing courses. When relevant, we like to provide specific content information for teachers, including posing some questions or scenarios that students may ponder, and even answering questions that teachers may ponder. Some TEs include progressions of major topics, like how algebraic thinking or proportional reasoning unfolds throughout a course. The front part of the TE wraps up with a few pages of reproducibles, what many might call blackline masters. While we try to keep copy making to a minimum, some activities really do require paper manipulatives or cards for sorting, playing games, or doing puzzles. Now, let's concentrate on the next part of every TE, namely the student packet that includes the answers and a lot more. Here's part of a student page within a packet that requires some guided instruction. And here is its corresponding TE version with answers and various other helpful annotations. When there's a slide deck to accompany part of a lesson, the TE has brief lesson notes, which are not scripts, but provide guidance for pacing and asking questions. Pictures of the slides accompany the notes. The slide decks are easily found for each unit on the teacher portal. For teachers who prefer a lesson delivery method other than the slide deck, you may want to use this alternative page. It can be displayed on a DocCam, a whiteboard, or a smartboard. Or feel free to teach the lesson in another way that suits your style. Thanks for watching, and if you have questions, please reach out to us anytime.